sweating, it just starts shriveling up. And so my hair is longer than it looks, but it's hot and it's pollen
Right.
and I'm itching. And I was
That's right.
telling my friend that if I could, cut my skin off too, I would do that because
It's
it's
a little
brutal out
extreme,
here.
man. It's a little extreme.
It's brutal. I don't deserve this. I did
Well,
nothing to
man,
deserve this.
you did. You said you were
Yeah.
sick of cold weather. I remember. It's actually on.
I said,
You record. We recorded it. You saying it
I
on
said I'm
one of the
sick of.
lives.
You don't know nothing.
I remember, man.
I didn't mean it
Remember
like
all
that.
Listen, man, it's like monkey's paw. You can't wish for something, man, and then get it and be like, no, I ain't mean like that. Yeah, you did, man.
That's exactly how I did not mean it for anybody that's listening.
Guess what? Next time, be what they call careful what you wish for, because you may get it.
Ah, man, what's all that clicking? Why can't you just draw without clicking?
I am drawing without clicking. However, my other hand is pressing all of the key commands.
So you need some Mylanta or something. You alright over there?
Ooh.
You've been drinking milk.
No. Come on, man. What do they call that? Indigestion is a part of digestion sometimes.
I feel you on that one.
Indigestion. Gingivitis.
Oh, Janelle is here. What are you talking about? It was me. What are you gonna try to say that I did?
Yeah, well,
So I can tell her that that's not what happened. Also, where you been? You can't, to quote the Gap Band, you can't just keep on running in and out of our lives.
Right.
We ain't seen you in a month of Sundays. Is the book done? There's so many questions that I have.
Right. All of that.
But first of all, so it was you, Greg. See, I don't know if there's supposed to be a question mark after that, or if it's supposed to be, if that was a statement.
Sounds like
either
a
way. Yeah. But
and
either way.
And a confession.
I'm not.
Sounds like both of them.
And so, yeah, I need some clarifications, dear ma'am.
Yeah, man. All right, that looks good. All right. Then we get the slide. We get the skid and slide all over this. Wait a minute.
Well, you out here singing and just having a good old time, ain't you? Ain't you? Is.
I'm mad because my crunching is as loud as it is, and I didn't know that was going to be that loud, man. And I'm like, I brought it in here because I didn't eat, and I was like, I know what I'll do. I just bring them snacks in the game, chew on those, and now you up here saying you can hear all of the crunching. Come on,
bro. You were crunching like it was like I was chewing. That's how loud it was.
Listen, man, I was crunching normally, all right? Crunching its place in the universe. That's great.
She said the hot weather. Did I wish for this?
Yes.
I wish for better.
He was irresponsible with his wish. And now he is complaining about getting his wish. You know what I mean? It's like,
hey, listen,
you can't complain.
My gas bill was $7 million a month, and I needed immediate relief.
Correct.
Oh no! She said she's been having health issues. That's not what we like to hear. We like to hear that you're healthy and doing well. I hope you're feeling better. I hope that we're gonna see you in. Oh wow! I can say next month now because we're in a new month at the MomoCon. So yeah. That's not what we like to hear. For people that are on Janae, like we love her, we joke with her, and she's like a super supporter and also a really talented creator who's gonna finish her book. Sorry, her book.
Oh, her book. Yeah. Don't start.
I'm on her until she gets it done.
Right.
That's the rules. Like every time, like Common told Ice Cube, every time you come out, I'm gonna be up on you. You know, he said something like that, but it was different.
I was gonna say it's probably different.
Here we are, Harold out here living the dream. So was that was Stephanie? Was that today at Underground Comics, Harold? Taking pictures. I'm gonna Photoshop myself in so it looks like I was there too. Cause I deserve to be there too. You shut your face, Marcus.
People are gonna say it's AI. you know, Photoshop things. Come on now.
You decide whose team you're on. Hey Derek, how's it going?
What up?
Harold out here. Like, is there any serious? Is there any writer hotter in comics? Not just black people, not just black women, but any writer hotter than Stephanie right now? I don't think so.
I don't know all of them, and I only read English, so there could be a lot of them.
I knew it was gonna be one day.
Like
you can't read, can you?
Listen, man, I can't read French. Okay, I can't read Japanese, and there's some black Japanese people out there. Who knows?
She's killing. What did she have? The Street Sharks. She had
Street Sharks, like toy, like the cartoon.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
She did the Star Trek joint. She's doing Wonder Woman. She did the Milestone Dakota Incident. She did Temporal, and then Roots of Madness. Like that, literally, I probably say half of my Wednesdays last year was Stephanie.
She was writing something. That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, Jeannie. She said, "Hey, it's my favorite show. That warms our heart."
What's your favorite show? We're a show? Are we a show? Did we make it to show status?
Yeah, we're like nightly. We're like Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
Damn, brother. Shut up. We can't go that way. You can't go that way. Harold said what was wild was watching people come in to get their pulls and walking right past her. That is a thing, man. Like, sometimes people just don't know what they don't know.
Right.
Funny, well, I don't think it's a funny story, but one year we were in San Diego, and we basically we paid some money to share a booth with some people, and one of those days they brought Louise Simonson over, and she was sitting like right next to me and Marcus, and we had like people like buying our stuff like crazy, and they were just like acting like she wasn't there, and we're sitting here looking like y'all don't know who that is. But a lot of times people don't know like by face, so you don't know this lady created Apocalypse and wrote the Death of Superman, like that kind of stuff,
Right.
So sometimes I don't know if Stephanie had like a banner up, but I think it's good to, because people like will recognize, like even when I was in Louisiana, like people would like, they would see either my name or see Tuskegee Heirs or whatever and be like, oh, I've seen that before. So sometimes you gotta, I don't know if she had one. If she had a banner and they were still walking by in a black owned comic shop, then yeah. He said they had her books all over the table. That's tough.
Oh man, yeah.
Sitting there with a freaking wizard in front of you and don't even know it. That's hard, man.
Well, listen, man, it's kind of the nature of the beast.
It is.
Artists aren't forward-facing in most cases, unless they are, in fact, content creators. And they go, they're in front of YouTube or Twitch and all that stuff. Then they get famous visually. Corey Kenshin spoke about it, and he's a YouTuber. If y'all don't know, he is at a point where he's not doing it full time anymore because he's just just trying to balance. Like he put out a comic book recently, and he has a life now, and he's gotten a lot of his fame and success from YouTube. But when he's trying to be like a normal person, he says everybody knows him. Everybody can ID him and all that stuff, but he says everybody's pretty cool about it. Mm-hmm. But he's like, man, I still think that I'm doing a good job being incognito, but I'm not, because everybody knows my face. And he said he had waitresses, he had people at the airport, he had people all over the place just, hey, you're that guy. And he's like, he forgets that he shows his face all the time on YouTube. So it's like, us artists, we stay behind what they call a computer screen most of the time. But I do know some amazing comic artists that are really, really famous and visually. Babs Tarr is always in front of somebody's camera because she draws a lot. She's really good, but also she has a good she's a personality more so than just an artist too. Like she's a fantastic artist, but she has the kind of personality chops to actually stay in front of the camera and talk and all that good stuff.
The only thing I say with Stephanie is that she's pretty visible on the interwebs, and she gets a lot of interviews. She was doing the stuff with who was it, Invincible. So yeah, that's just an interesting one. But I still stand by that, like having a banner.
Put your face on it?
Yeah, no, just like having a banner with your name, right? Because people might read the comments all the time. Like when I did that signing in Oakland last year, like people automatically knew, who, like they could look at the banner or whatever and be like, oh, I know who that is,
Right.
So
that's true. I gotta get a new one because mine is officially broken.
You talking about the Tuskegee?
Yeah, it's officially broken, and I can keep making it work, but it's technically time to just go ahead and retire old Betsy. Betsy's been doing good. And,
did a good job. Had a good run.
Yeah, man, she did a job, and look, still worked even though she wasn't technically functioning. It's time to put it down.
Nobody could see how she was loosey-goosey at the bottom.
Correct. Oh, jeez, man. It's time to let you go. Think I better let it go.
Let it go.
Uh-oh. Looks like I do.
So, people who are here, anything interesting happening in your worlds?
Looking back.
Over the years, sure.
What's today? Wednesday? This is hump day.
It is that. It is.
This is when you start planning all of the movies you're going to see this weekend and, how much money you're going to waste.
This is like week movie time, man. I was like, yesterday I was like, let me find something. And there's a couple of things, but
so they got Mario coming out. I'm gonna go see that with my children.
Mario.
We are.
So Harold is asking, like, what do you consider expenses, like when it comes to like taxes and stuff? So I think what I learned is that different states have like different thresholds for stuff. But tax stuff can be like gas, it can be flights, like food you eat, like if you're having meetings, your expenses as far as like paying to
operating
get into conventions,
all operating costs.
Paying for printing, like, well, there's operating, and then there's also like those expenditures of like travel. I know in Georgia it's different. Like you can write off a portion of your cell phone I'm not saying it's different from everywhere, but I know that I do know like different states kind of have different stuff, so you got to kind of look into it. But everything that you're spending to for business purposes, basically. And the key is you just gotta like be like, if you can't try to fluff it, because if they come back, they come back. You know what I mean?
This goes right here.
If anybody,
and I've been cussing that game out. It's now listen, man. I'm a fan of good gameage. All right, I like hard games. But I say the thing is, it's not hard because a good game, let's say it this way, a well-programmed video game is difficult because it takes skill to do said, things in the game, right? And you have to get better at said skills. And, as the game progresses, they demand more skill. And if you are not practicing your skill in the game, you're going to get, basically toppled by every other challenge that comes your way. This game and many other games that I cuss at is not necessarily hard because of the skill problem. It's not a skill issue. The one thing that I hate that game developers do is they program difficulty as if to say, no, it don't matter what you're doing. You're not supposed to be able to beat this part right here. And if you do it wrong, you're gonna die instantly. And I'm like, stop. Come on, man. Like, come on. I jumped, I pressed the button. None of my button presses matters. No? Okay, got it. So it's almost like a puzzle or a riddle that they're trying to make the game into. And I'm like, all right, listen, that's fun to a degree, but come on, man. No, you're supposed to jump. That's why you died. All right, cool, but you didn't tell me that. And I didn't know that I couldn't do my normal stuff like walking. Nope. You gotta figure it out. Oh, you're supposed to jump right here and do this. And like, if you telegraph some of the stuff, some people say that's easy mode, and I'm like, it's good game design, man. Like, at least let me know I'm supposed to jump somehow. I've been cussing that game out all night.
Yeah, see, I ain't trying to play games that's gonna make me mad. I want to play games that make me happy.
Well, guess what, man? It's a weird feeling is when you actually figure out how to do said riddle after 38 to 48 times dying, frustratingly, after you cuss and, you call it a couple of names. There's something really, sometimes, okay, let me not lie, because sometimes it doesn't even matter if you win. It's like, it doesn't make me feel better that I won, because I want to kill them after I kill them, the enemy. And that's where I'm like, listen, man, y'all are doing too much, man. He hit my toe. How did he murder my entire HP pool with a toe hit? That don't make no sense. So it gets frustrating. It gets very frustrating. But beautiful game. Beautiful game.
I just don't need all of that in my life.
Listen, it's not for everybody.
But I'm happy for you, though.
Nah, right. It's not for everybody. It's
I was playing this boxing game, and it's like they let you box, they let you fight. They'll tell you certain stuff like, this dude is, you got to go to the body with him because his head, defense is excellent. They do stuff like that. But then it got to like the championship match, and it's like you can't just box the way you want to box. You have to like press buttons in a particular routine or whatever. And I was like, man, that's stupid. That's not.
I mean, they've been doing it for a long time, man. Mike Tyson's Punch Out was like that.
Yeah, I didn't realize
you had
that.
You had to realize you couldn't punch when Bob Bull was doing his little, pump fakes, and you had to wait. You had to understand the riddle, and it's like if you just go out there, but I was about to say button mashing, you know, you're gonna get punished. They'll punish you for it, and then you get knocked out. And I was like,
but Tyson's Punch Out, like that whole game was pretty much like that. You had to figure out like the code to beat different people.
Yeah, you know, and that's why I say it's cool. But at least if you think back to it, they telegraphed things, right? What to look for, and then you would be like, okay, cool. Oh, when he does that, that means this is gonna happen, and it's like, bruh.
That's why I never beat Mike Tyson, and I had to watch Kelly, my little brother. Me and Jamal, Kelly came back from Nebraska. He was like, I could beat Mike Tyson. He's like, you a lie.
Right.
And I watched this little 13-year-old like just whoop Mike Tyson. And we just sitting there like we're happy, but we also salty because for years we could not beat Mike Tyson. Right. This little nerd comes in here. Pat, 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 pat. See, guys, I did it. Shut up. Right. Go to bed. Ain't it past your bedtime?
Can't do it for real. Can't do it in real life. What? Why? What does that have to do with anything? What? What are we talking about?
You made me chuck because that's literally what dudes would go to when you beat them in something.
Right. Like, wait, this is not what we're trying to prove here, is it? It's a game, man. What does that have to do with you in the game, man?
Harold said Marcus has to be playing Ninja Gaiden. That game was so fun, but it was so hard.
It was hard, man.
What's y'all's favorite ninja game? I think mine is, do y'all remember Tenchu?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
where it was like you had to do the stealth.
Yeah, infiltration.
Like real ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, we used to get down on that game.
That's PlayStation. That's PlayStation days. I think I played the most games ever because you got to think about the timing and age range. Blockbuster Video was still kicking, so I think the PlayStation was out at Blockbuster's peak of like DVDs, games, movies, everything. So I think I rented more PlayStation 1 games than anything else. I'm trying to think when PlayStation. I'd have to look at when PlayStation 2 came out. But yeah, that was good times. Good times.
Yeah, I think I don't know, man, because I ain't gonna lie, we spent a lot of time on the 2600 Atari, and then when we got Nintendo, or what some people would call Nintendo.
Nobody's supposed to say that.
They was doing it.
My mom did it.
Look, once they start doing it,
like, Ma, it's called Nintendo. You know what I'm talking about. Turn it off.
And then, like, after the Nintendo, the name was That Damn Game. Because they was, like, tired of remembering what the
right. Yes. Very true.
But, man, with Nintendo, dude. So, the first Tecmo Bowl, now, y'all got to stick with me here. The first Tecmo Bowl, they didn't count, like, your yards or any of that stuff. Right. So, I would have to, like, any of your stats. So, I would have to, like, write down the stats myself so I could keep up with it. And I played, I either played with the 49ers, but a lot of times I played with the Bears. Not because I like the Bears, Harold, but because they had Walter Payton. And Walter Payton was, at that point, Walter Payton was my favorite running back. And then Barry Sanders came, and they, I think I like Barry a little bit more. The thing about Walter Payton, we used to get WGN in Missouri, and so I got to watch, and the games weren't on WGN, but we were, like, Chicago was considered local. And so we got to see pretty much all the Bears games, and I would watch that dude come out every day, and those teams was kind of sorry, but he would come out and just carry the team and just be like a workhorse, like a real soldier. Anyways, I used to calculate the whole, all my stats for like the whole season. And the other thing is, if you were playing a season, you couldn't like pause the game or save the game. So you just had to,
good times.
Like you had to play a whole season at one time.
Right.
So it was good times, man.
Good
but
times,
I played
man.
a lot, and then Super Mario, man. I used to like. You remember how you beat part 2? How you beat it, and then the game starts over, but it's harder.
Yeah.
I was just there was some times where I did like all nighters, where the Nintendo was you could cook an egg on it because it was so hot.
Yeah.
But
nah, that was so there's the idea that we couldn't save, but the games were genuinely hard as crap, and they you know. The young people these days, man, we learned different kind of resilience because of that. Now, granted, you still rage quit. I still rage quit sometimes. It was like, come on, man. I jumped. I pressed the button. You know what? I'm playing with He-Man. I'm tired of this. This is stupid.
Right.
Just, you switch gears, you go outside and play. But you come back to it after you cool down. It's like, you know what I didn't do? I don't think I looked left right here. And then, you try again, man. So that's, unfortunately, it's a little different these days. But young people, man, they don't get that same resilience. You got save points, you got memory cards came into play. And, y'all, kids are like,
they don't know.
I can't do it. So I don't want to try it anymore. What?
Yeah, they don't know nothing about trying to play Frogger and Pitfall.
Right.
And Rage Quit because it was when it would get to Donkey Kong.
Man. Everything. There's no such thing, man. I played Resident Evil in the store before I bought it. In Incredible Universe over there where there's Steve Reynolds. But anyway, yeah, man, I played it over and over because it was summer vacation and my mom wouldn't buy the game for me. I'm like, can you take me over there? And right before she would go to work, I played that game nonstop with no memory card, knowing full well if I died, that was it. They weren't going to it had a memory card at the time I was playing it, but in the store, they're not gonna switch out the system. They had the game in there, so I was playing the hardest, like actual trying to survive, because they were, that was my entertainment. I got all the way to the end of the game. Long story short, fighting the last boss, and my heart was pounding. I had a group of people surrounding me at that point because I don't even know why those people were there. Now that I think back in hindsight, like, what are y'all doing? But it was a thing because I had been there for hours, literal hours, playing this game, and all day. And had a group of people, man, and I was like, one more shot to go, and I died. I felt like I let them down, but everybody was like, "Ah, good job, kid."
That's what you should have told them. You can't do it. You can't do it.
No, it was fine, man. I was like, you know what? My hands were shaking. I was nervous. I was like, that's enough. That's enough. I'm going to go ahead and retire. And I'm going to beat this at home one day. And I did just that. But that was a good time, man. Good pressures.
She said, don't laugh, but I wouldn't play Resident Evil 2 at night. Why would we laugh at that, chicken? You're not gonna. Well, Marcus laughed. I'm sorry. I take that back.
Oh,
this is what I'm talking about. Al said I hated Missile Command. Oh my god. Yeah. That game was. Oh man, I still hear the noises.
Oh, you know what? See, but that brings back. God, what about jeez, the dude with the grappling arm, man. Commando. Oh, it's on the tip of my brain. He had a grappling hook for an arm. It's on the tip of my brain. Played it every day, and it was one of the hardest. Wait, Missile Commander was on what system though?
That was 2600, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah, you are way back. Back in time.
Harold said stay up at midnight and play that first Silent Hill for the first time.
Oh, come on now, let's go. Good times. Hey, listen, I didn't like it. I'm pretty sure that came out after Resident Evil, and I tried it, and I was like, are they trying to be like Resident Evil? And I was a Resident Evil fan, and I was like, you know what? I am gonna stop playing this because I don't feel like I'm getting, But I did get pretty far. It's just I think I was just like, I've been through this before.
You're scared.
Man, I'm not gonna say. That's a weird thing. I would play Resident Evil in a good heartbeat. Granted, I was scared out of my mind on certain parts of it. First one, very first Resident Evil, had some very, very, groundbreaking stuff, man. Like doors opening up slow, sound effects. Before you saw the thing that was about to kill you, you would hear their footsteps. And then you turn the corner and there was a cutscene. And I was like ready to drop the controller, but again, you couldn't pause. So terrified. I don't want to watch freaking scary movies.
I just wasn't into like those like if it was first person, that wasn't. I didn't like that. I don't know why.
Which one are you talking about?
I'm just saying, like all the games that were like, the games that were like those type of shooters and those violent type of joints. Like, if it was a first person, like I need to be able to see myself.
Yeah, Resident Evil was third person, so it was pretty crazy.
I remember like I played it a little, but more so I watched Kelly play it because like at that time I don't think I was playing anything but sports games. Because we used to get money playing video games, you know what I mean? Al said Bionic Commando, is that the
Bionic Commando, thank you. I said Commando, didn't I? I couldn't remember Bionic Commando. Yeah, fantastic.
Al knows everything. Al,
fantastic, man. Listen, that was one of the best games.
Man knows everything that ever was. Jeez. Be on it. Man.
I was worried to say it because I thought it was like, man, I'm thinking of Bionic 6. And I was like, nah, that ain't it. Bionic Commando. I gotta do a reboot of that design-wise. I can't tell you anything about that story at all. But I remember the character, and I remember because you had Strider. Strider was hard as crap, but fun. Oh no, you know which one I loved in the arcade, and I don't think we ever owned it, was where you're flying. Oh gosh, dang! You were flying. You were seeing the character from behind, and he was flying with like a jetpack or something like that, and he had his gun, and you had to move him around the actual screen.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Oh my god, I can't think of the name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I love that game. Harrier? No, wasn't Harrier, was it? Dang, it's been too long. Love that game.
Space. Harold said Space Harrier.
Space Harrier. Yeah, why? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, man. You gonna be on the game show, Harold? Look, I trust you to win. No else. Yeah, Space Harrier was the jam, boy. Get ready. That's like he'd say that right before you start, man. Come on, now. Now if you go further back, you got pole position. You know what I mean? You had the old.
I remember when arcade games just started getting put into like bowling alleys and stuff like that.
Right.
And Pac-Man. I remember like our parents didn't know nothing, so they would give us like a quarter and then tell us go ahead and play it. And put that. I don't know if it was a quarter back then, whatever it was. You put that in and be done in like 2 minutes.
See, did y'all have Malibu in Louisiana though?
Man, I didn't move to Louisiana until I was getting ready to be 13. So I don't remember.
See, but that's when Malibu actually mattered, is when you were old enough to say, yeah, I want to go drive go-karts, but I also want to play video games and maybe play baseball, like in the cages. So Malibu was all of that, and we begged our mom to go, but we only got to go sometime. But when we did, we were there all day, like all day.
In Louisiana, I don't think we had like a thing like that. We had a theme park where they had like the little cars you could drive or whatever, but I don't remember us having like a Malibu.
Like a Malibu kind of thing. And then my brother, my older brother started working at one. Second older brother. Oh my God, that was like come up of the century, boy. For summer vacation. Like, Mama, can I go to work with Michael? And yeah, she was like, ask your brother. Because he, of course, had the power to say, I don't want him to come to work. But he was cool. And also, I made sure to not tell my mom that he had stole some fresh new items and brought them home. So he was like, you know,
blackmailing it.
Like as a reward, he was like, yeah, you can come. I was like, yeah. All freaking day. I did not get tired. The weird thing is, once you have access to unlimited tokens, you know, the thrill is gone a little bit. Like you play all the games.
It's over. So my sister, she worked for the Fox affiliate in Shreveport. Right. And so she like actually would work the switchboard, like control what's being shown on TV. Right. And they had like one of those. Do you remember the little Papa Shot? I say it like they don't still have it. So they had one of those, but it was free. Right. And so I would sit with her like half the time, and then I'd just be over there shooting like half the time. And it definitely takes the thrill, like when you're allowed to just keep playing it.
Just keep going, man. It's like, this game is good.
Maybe Harold said, if you guys ever spend an extra day in Chicago, you need to check out Galloping Ghost Arcade in Brookfield. It's a throwback arcade with over 880 games, all free play for $25.
That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Yeah. That sounds like a good weekend. But see, that would have to be on a day where we ain't doing nothing. Harold, that had to be like we just visiting, and didn't Harold say something about the arcade? Yeah, and then I would go there and I would enjoy that. After a long, 8-hour day of doing the Comic-Con. You're like, man, I'm going to bed.
We had Joystick out here, but I don't think they had like as many. They definitely didn't have 800. But it was cool because it was kind of like a little bar. Right. I think we mentioned it, but Chris from Infinite Realities, I think he's setting up he's putting out an arcade soon.
Word?
Yeah.
Where's it gonna be?
I don't know. I would assume it's in that same little area. Oh, have you like driven through that area?
I have. You talking about Infinite Realities?
Yeah, like just right back behind. So we were I did a thing there with the Kamikaze crew. And then me and Mace and some people, we went, there's a pizza joint right around the corner. So we drove to that, man. I wasn't paying attention. I looked up and it felt like I was in the 80s. like the strip balls and everything. It's like a really cool, I've heard that they actually shoot some, like some 80s type pieces of film over there and everything. But they also, I can't remember the name of the pizza place, but it's a really good pizza place. Like that New York style pizza. Right. It was
mucho. You know what? They need to have more of that. That's the weird thing, is because nostalgia is what's really pushing a lot of these movies. We're about to get a He-Man movie, right? And it's like Star Wars is not going to stop making Star Wars movies because of nostalgia. and they know the people are, growing up with these brands. But why not make like a whole area that's just dedicated to all the nostalgia stuff, 80s, 90s, you know what I mean? I would go there. I keep telling you, man, if they ever make like a straight up 80s, 90s, and 2000s, like, I don't know, lounge bar, whatever. I don't drink, but I would go listen to all of the music there, and I would be happy. I don't like listening to new age stuff, but I don't even dance, but I would actually go and groove and enjoy myself at an actual throwback lounge thing that's just dedicated to nostalgic stuff. If they have video games or, Nintendos and PlayStations hooked up, guess who would play them? Me. Sounds like a great business strategy.
I think I told you about this Solar Slice Pizza up in Cobb County. It's really cool. The pizza's good. You walk in there, and they got pinball machines and some arcade games, and the food is really good. And they one time we were in there and they were showing like they had like different 80s movies on each TV. It's a whole vibe. It's a cool little place for me.
Right. Stop playing, man. There needs to be way more places like that. There needs to be small malls dedicated to that look like Stranger Things, and just let it happen, man. I'll go shop there. Radio Shack.
They shot Stranger Things at Gwinnett Mall.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
Remember the season where they had the first season where they had the Mind Flayer, and they were doing all this stuff at the mall? That was Gwinnett Mall.
I didn't know that.
And then,
but it makes sense.
And then they were also at what's the one that North of Cab? That a lot of stuff was getting shot because Tony was making me mad. He was like, "Man, they're so cool. Like the food crew, they just be telling us to come get food and stuff. I'm like, get a plate for your boy, Tony." But like they shot a lot of the new what's the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai, like a lot of that series.
Yeah.
Because that's because they shot that scene. Remember where the books were in it, where Tuskegee books were in it? That was in Tony's shot.
That's dope.
But yeah, that whole front. So it's like one of the main entrances of Gwinnett Mall. That was like the parking scene where they pulled up in the station wagon. Like all of that was shot over there.
That's crazy.
I remember because I was getting ready to beat up a security guard because I did not know that it was that entrance was closed off. I was going in there to get myself some shoes, and I saw some people walk out, so I was like, cool. So I was trying to walk in. The security guard was like, you can't come through here. I was like, no, I do not know that. I saw shoppers come out of here. Right. There's no signs or anything. Well, you can't come in here. You ought to know. I was like, man, I don't know nothing, but I need you to check your tone right now because you snapping on me over some wild stuff. All you have to do is say, sorry, this is closed. I'm not going to try to bogart my way in. This ain't even where a Foot Locker is.
You look like the type that would bogart their way in, though. So, you probably had good reason.
I was about to give him, like remove some of them teeth out of his mouth. I don't know why he was so excitable that day. I think because the other people walked out and he was afraid to say something to him or something. So he gonna take it out on me. Like, listen here, Officer Jim. I'm gonna take your little flashlight and smack you up. I ain't got time for it.
Right.
William said, I used to work right down the street from the Stranger Things Season 2 arcade and right up the street from the sheriff's office. They're both on the same street in Douglasville. You work in Douglasville? Why? I mean, I understand why. For the money. Douglasville is so far from everything that ever happened.
It's not in Gwinnett's vicinity. It's like, I know, I've heard about it. That sounds far.
That's exactly what people be saying about Gwinnett. And I'm like, man, I can look out my window. I can look out my window. Atlanta is like, I don't even think it's 10 miles from me on the interstate. It looks like Teresa's here. Teresa, hopefully
she's gonna come in right as it is time for me to ride out. It is 9:46, and
William said he's jealous of us East Side guys.
Listen, man, that's where it's great at. Oh, you got someone coming, spinning. Oh, you got it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna play the song, man, and it just proves that doesn't do that.
It literally does that, man. Stop hating.
Doesn't do it like that, all right? You're adding your own effects, man.
That's what it does, man. I'm doing it right.
I'm gonna listen to it in the car, man. I know you're lying, all right? You know you're lying. You can add what you want, man. You know I don't mind, but come on, man. Where do you hear that at?
I hear it. You gotta listen, man. You be so wrapped up in the vocals.
It doesn't sound like what you're doing, though, man.
The surrounding music.
It's like saying Michael Jackson said, "Come on," and you know he said, "Shimon." He didn't say no, "Come on."
But that's not what I'm doing here. I remember the first time I was listening to that song, and it was like late at night, and I was driving probably too fast on the interstate. And that song came on, and I felt like I was zoning out, bro. Like, it's an excellent song. Excellent, mucho.
I gotta do a lot more shattering here. It's like pieces of his visor is gonna be cracking. All right, y'all, stay trill in the field. Yes, I'm going to continue. Tonight I got a second wind in me, so I'm gonna go eat because I'm hungry and my son ate my food, and that's all right.
Good job, Abe. Eat it again. Do it again.
I think I should get some food now.
Think about all the times your daddy stole.
Oh yeah, look, I'm excited. I'm about to go ahead and
eat Tell Abel he need to think about all the times where your daddy stole a French fry to test
that
out
I
your
bought.
food.
That I bought.
Whatever, it's his.
No, it ain't. I'm sharing the food that I bought. It's like a hunter-gatherer.
I used to just tell my kids taxation.
Right. Come on now.
Yeah, Janae, I don't know if you heard us, but we're working on issue 5. Marcus is crunching loud. We're going to ignore that.
I waited all the way to the end, okay?
We appreciate it. And if art doesn't work out for you, you could be like an ASMR cruncher or something. But yeah, Jay, so we're working on issue 5 of Tuskegee Heirs, trying to get this thing done post.
I'm sorry, I'm hot. You got the microphone all in my face.
And then we actually have a link up for people that want to pre-order, so that's the thing that you can do.
Do the pre-order.
We need y'all's help, and throwing rocks at us and stuff, and yelling, telling us to get this done. All right, so don't be nice. Be like,
all right, I'm going.
Yeah.
Y'all see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all keep doing the things. If you haven't seen these books before, definitely go look on the store. Get 1 through 4. All that rhymed. I didn't mean to. I ain't seen these books before. Come on now. Sometimes it just rolls out.
Cut his hair off.
Deuces.